guys, welcome back to Boozing Bands. This week we have with us
Desanka.
Grab a drink and join us. Can you just explain to us in the best way who you are as an artist and what your music is like?
Yeah, so I am a pop artist and I just love fun music that's great to listen to, like a good car jam. So that's what I really like to make, and just music that everyone can relate to and interpret in their own way. So I just love that.
How long have you been making pop music for?
I would say, I think about 4 years now. I'm that's crazy to think about. I've really spaced out my first two singles because I'm an independent artist and I do everything myself, so I was kind of figuring out the music industry, and I also have a music business degree now, and I'm completing my master's as well. So now I feel like I have the tools to really start pumping music out, and so that is the plan. I have a release coming up this month, and then it'll just keep the ball rolling from there.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So was your goal always to be a pop star, or at some point did you want to do some other type of music?
Yeah, so I never really wanted to do pop necessarily. It kind of just happened.
Yeah.
I started off doing musical theater for 9 years, and then I transitioned into theater, and then I started doing a lot of film, and I went to an arts high school, and so I ended up doing opera there, and I went to Pepperdine University in Malibu, and I was an opera major for a semester. My dad's an opera composer, so that's where I got that influence. But while I was at college, I just felt in my heart that that wasn't my career path.
Yeah.
And so I continued school, but switched to online and was acting. And then a friend from high school actually is a songwriter, and she messaged me and was like, hey, I have a great song that I think you would sound really good on. Would you be interested in meeting up and chatting about it? And I was like, sure. And so we hung out, I heard the song, and I was like, yes, let's do this, because I love to do everything, and I'm super passionate about music, so I'm like, let's try this. And we did it, recorded it, released it, and that's how it all started.
That's so cool.
Yeah, super random, but...
It's a crazy string of
Yeah, I was everywhere.
Oh my god.
I was everywhere.
Wow. So do you think you take influence from your past doing opera and musical theater in your music now?
My music now, I feel, is just very on trend and just pop and just what I love, but having a foundation of musical theater and operatic training has been so incredibly helpful for my music career now, just because opera, I believe, is the hardest form of vocal performance, and I mastered that at my school and was doing that every single day, and I thought it was going to be my career at some point, but having that training really helps me in the pop world.
Yeah. Have you been performing with your new music at all, or have you not done live shows yet?
I haven't done live shows yet. I am waiting until I have some more music out, because I only have 2 singles out right now, but I have a lot more to come.
Yeah.
And I have a lot more in the works, so hoping to do live shows once I have the right amount of music out.
Because your new single comes out in a couple weeks, right?
Yes, it does. I believe it's out May 17th. Yeah, and it is a collaboration with another amazing artist. So I'm really excited for that. It'll be fun.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So how do you go about doing collaborations with your solo work?
So this is also another very interesting story. So another friend from high school, I went to arts high school, that's why we have all these connections, but another friend from high school is, he is an EDM artist. He's doing really well. He created this track, and he sent it to me. He's like, hey, would you want to do vocals on this? And I was like, you know what, I have someone who could do a really good job writing this. So I sent it to a friend of mine who is a singer-songwriter, and he wrote the lyrics and the melody, and we did a duet on it, and it just came together. And what's crazy is we all did all of our pieces separately. We were never in the same studio, and it sounds so fluid. It's weird, but it's really cool. I'm really excited. It's my first collaboration, and it's just cool to see like everyone's contributions like come to form like one amazing product when we were all so separate in like completing them. It's really cool. I've never done something like that before.
Your other 2 singles were those songs that you wrote yourself?
So, the girl who reached out to me to pitch the song to me, she was the songwriter on those. Okay. She wrote the actual lyrics, but it was inspired by like my life events and ideas. So she helped me really notate that. Yeah. Which was awesome. That's cool. Yeah, I'm not the best songwriter. I feel like I'm much better when coming up with like a melody or harmonies, anything like lyrically like that. Yeah. I think that comes from a lot of my opera background and stuff too. So, and she's just such an amazing songwriter, so it's amazing like working with her and seeing everything come to life. It's really crazy. But I love in the studio coming up with improv and just coming up with new things, and something will spark in my head and I'll be like, oh my gosh, we need to do this here. And so I feel like I'm really good at that aspect of the writing process. Yeah. I
feel like that's good though, like to be able to make your mark on something that someone else has created for you. Especially because it sounds like the songwriting was more collaborative than what you normally hear when like other people write songs for people.
Right, yeah. It was a way for me to make it unique to myself and a little more personal, but still be able to relate to everyone.
You have like a pretty large like Instagram following. And so what did that build from, and like what is that like?
That's a very interesting question. I get that all the time. It started, so I had a following on Snapchat randomly enough, because I would just like model a lot when Instagram was like not quite at its peak yet. And so I would always be like modeling, and I had a lot of photographers tagging me, and you know, so my pictures were kind of all over the place, and it's just kind of built from there, and I have a lot of friends in the industry. So it definitely was like a weird build up over time. But I never really thought that it would get to what it is now, and I'm still growing, but try to keep up the content, and it's fun. I like it. It's fun to like show my followers my life, because it is crazy, and I'm in the entertainment business, and it's really interesting. Yeah. But I also get to show them my personal life, so, and I travel a lot, so that's fun too. But yeah, it's really interesting.
And so the people who followed you not through your music, are they taking to your music? Like, are they excited about it? Is it, like, translating properly?
Yeah, it's translating slowly but surely. Yeah. I found that it's really hard to direct your followers to other platforms. Yeah. I don't know why that is, but it's just hard to do. Yeah. Sometimes a click of a button is like a big deal, and people are just like, no. Yeah. But yeah, slowly but surely, I've seen all my followers integrated.
Thank you guys for joining us. Yeah. Desanka has a release coming out on what day?
On Friday, May 17th. And you can keep updated with all of that information on my Instagram, which is Desanka, my first name, with a J. Yeah.
So you should follow her on social media, and also if you follow Busy Fans, we will be retweeting everything and sharing everything that she's up to, so that you can keep up to date. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us. If you like what you watch, please subscribe and give us a big thumbs up. See you next time.
Bye.